Hi, welcome to Conversion Conversations. This is Cameron, and today I'm taking a look at the Transformers Generations Studio Series 114 Transformers ONE Megatron. And here we have the deluxe class Megatron in his tank mode. He is, I guess, in tank mode, even if he's a little hollow. He is big enough that you can't really put him on his stand. He kind of sticks out at the bottom, and if you don't want to push the stand back, he sticks out even more. But we have kind of a neat looking Cybertronian tank here. There are some things that I like a lot. I'll say this. I've seen Transformers 1 at this point. I did a little video on it, or a short. I really liked the movie. I really like these designs, but I don't know that these Studio Series toys have really captured them very well. We're kind of, the background scene is very colorful, and I like that it has this mix of like radiant white light and these purple fluorescent lights. That looks really good. And that Energon blue in the background, it's very colorful. It feels like an evolution on the War for Cybertron backgrounds. But starting out with Megatron in his tank mode, first thing I don't like, no casters. This surprised me, especially because the Optimus Prime does have casters, but this guy isn't going anywhere. This feels especially unfortunate. This section folds up in robot mode, so I don't know why there couldn't be a caster at the bottom of here, as well as like this section is his arm. I don't know why there couldn't be a caster in this like flat section here, but as he is, he doesn't really go anywhere. He does have a tank that does rotate, but you want to be careful about that turret because it is on a simple 5mm peg. So it goes right in that slot, and if you twist a little too hard or go at the wrong angle, it will pop off, but it still gets some pretty good motion. I mean, it can go that far up, that far down, and as you saw, it can kind of go all the way around. You just got to account for some of the, it does want to pop off there. Account for some of the things like here, the peg wants to like bump into stuff. You got to lift it up a little bit and then kind of smush it back down. That being said, this tank, I mean, looks like a robot doing the splits. We can clearly see his chest. There's not really any transforming of this shape, which is disappointing. I was hoping something would flip out to make this more of a full like front section. There's hollow parts back here. You can see the helmet back here. I do think the arms and legs fold up nicely, even if there's a hollow part here. The shape folds up pretty well, and they fit together pretty nicely. But this comes back to my biggest complaint, which is one, Studio Series, in my mind, comes in for animation or screen accuracy. And this doesn't, I mean, it's kind of the design on the movie, but it's not really capturing the design of the movie. Two, at the deluxe price point, Studio Series figures are fiddly. This is fiddly, and there's not enough meat or plastic here to really flesh out the tank the way I want it to. That being said, I mean, it does look nice in terms of paint. I do like the gunmetal gray here. That looks good. The black and red accents look good. I do wish that this was a colder gray plastic, but I recognize I think this is still like kind of the theme, like color tone of the movie, even though I think Megatron had a colder gray, whereas Optimus had the warmer gray. But here's how they look next to each other. You know, if they're strolling down Cybertron Boulevard, here's how they look. They look pretty okay next to each other, but to me, it's not that so much that they fit in with each other's aesthetic as it is they both just look small and fiddly. I don't like that I can see Optimus Prime's hands here. I don't like that I can see Megatron's head there. Feels like they really should have been Voyagers. That being said, it is what it is, and it is, you know, $10 cheaper because it is not a Voyager. In terms of transformation, Megatron is pretty simple. We do get that as a deluxe. We're going to start by removing his cannon, lift him up, I guess the tri-cannon. We're going to take each side piece off. We're going to take the main section off, or it might be easier just take that piece off and then take that off. Those are all his little bits. Then we're going to come in on the back here, and we have a connection between what'll be his arm and what'll be his thigh on each side that we are going to separate. We can kind of rotate those out, giving us room to get to the rest of his legs. The legs are tabbed into his chest piece, which we can rotate away to get the chest up and out of the way. Now this section here is actually assembled by this front like shin piece locks into his toes, which we can unlock it and then flip this whole piece around, bringing up the toes and then bringing back, I called it a shin, but it's really the back of his leg. Same thing on this side. Open this up, rotate this around, close that, and rotate that up, bringing down the back of the leg. We can see here we have his thighs that can straighten up and come down, rotating the legs around again. Then up front, we can take this chest section, flipping up and revealing his head, clicking that in place, closing up the chest, flipping around the arms, just opening up and rotating arms as needed. And same thing on this side. There we've got his robot mode, his basic robot mode. We can take his mining backpack piece, that goes back on the peg. It can stay on the whole time, it just tends to want to come off. It also has two tabs here on either side that lock into the back of his chest. Give him his fusion cannon right there. This piece comes in, and before, when the backpack was connected to the other end of the fusion cannon, this time we have a tab right here that comes in, and you can see kind of this slot right here. It's going to come into it from the underside like so. And then we have these gun pieces. They can come, oh, I dropped that one. They can come back and hide away on his backpack, but he can also hold them, and the instructions show them. The pieces for the handles are a little on the short side, but I think that's just to make things work better and not stick out so far in his turret mode. But here is Megatron in his robot mode against the backdrop. And again, I like this design a lot. I really like the long legs, the short torso. It looks very heroic. We have what I think is a very nice head sculpt there. I like that a lot. He just seems a little on the skinny side, and I felt like his movie design was on the skinny side, but not this far gone. I just think I want more bulk in my Megatron. I want more bulk in my Optimus Prime. I want more bulk in these toys, and we get that by upgrading to a Voyager class figure. The colors, again, are pretty nice. I think I would have liked a cooler, a little less yellow in the gray, but it still looks nice. We've got some black paints here. I really like on the thighs how it shows like, hey, he's got this armor section and then the black robot underneath. I think that looks great. I like the black paint and the red paint here. Little black paint picking some stuff out. The silver, again, I could have done with a little more of it. We've got these little yellow highlights here, but maybe a little more silver on his legs or something. We've got like this section here, but maybe some of these bits could have been picked out. But other than that, I think he looks pretty good. He's decently articulated. The head shape doesn't really, he can technically waggle, but it's not a lot, but it can rotate. 360 on the shoulder. It can go out plenty far. I do wish, again, if it was a Voyager, if there was a butterfly joint here, that would be great to get some butterfly motion. We do have a bicep curl, a nice double jointed elbow there, and a bicep swivel. We do have a wrist swivel. I want to talk about these wrists because these hands, hey, from this side, it's a pretty bad looking hand, but it's a hand. From this side, it looks like he's wearing mittens. I don't like that at all. If we do get the arms out of the way, he can do a full Van Damme, which I appreciate. He can kick not so far, but he can kick, decently far. And then he can kick back plenty far there. The backpack does not get in the way. We do have a boot cut here, not a thigh swivel, but a boot cut. And then we do have, so if you notice, this is very sturdy right now, but as soon as we break that joint, oh, it's Flopsville. That is awful. This knee I really, really don't like. It locks into place, which essentially locks his legs into place. It is a nice leg position, like it gives him a natural A stance and stuff. That looks good. But as soon as you... God, I'm like, it feels like I'm going to break this one. There we go. As soon as you break that, he's flopping backwards all over the place. There are no detents. It is a single locking point on a pin joint. That is unacceptable. I don't know why a modern figure has knees like this. This, especially a Studio Series figure, that is upsetting. It's really bad. To me, this prevents this from feeling like a $25 value. That doesn't feel, it feels cheap. We do have ankle tilt. We do have some forward and backward toe tilt. Like I said, he looks okay. He feels a little on the small side, especially if I put him next to Optimus Prime. I want my Megatron to be a little bigger. Optimus Prime at least feels wide. So I hate Megatron's knees. I hated Optimus Prime's stupid little like waist piece. This piece that gets stuck or pops out or God. And then the back, oh, I'm getting mad again. This was such a good movie, and these are cool designs, and they're great portrayals of these characters by actors. I was pleasantly surprised. I loved Megatron's portrayal. I was pleasantly surprised by Chris Hemsworth Optimus Prime. But these toys do not live up to their namesakes. This doesn't feel like, I guess maybe I'm spoiled that, we got Studio Series 86 Optimus Prime. Now, granted, that is $90. That is 4 times as expensive as this guy, but it is 10 times the toy. Even if we've had Voyager Optimus Primes that are great, that are, 50% more expensive, a little less than 50% more expensive, that are twice the toy. This is, again, I really don't like Optimus Prime. I like him even less now that I've been fiddling with him for a month. Megatron similarly doesn't, color-wise, I think you can see kind of he is a little cooler gray, but I would have liked him even more of a cool gray. I like the head sculpts. I like both of their head sculpts. I like the designs, but the toys do not bring these designs to life. This is an easy pass for me. It's, hey, if you're spending Generations deluxe budget money, if you're spending $25, don't get these guys. I think that there's some cool Transformers One toys out there. I haven't been able to find any. But there's the mainline toys. These feel like mainline toys that, similar to Rise of the Beasts, that were snuck into Studio Series to please customers, but they are not pleasing. It feels like a cash grab versus waiting a year, getting it right, getting the price point right, and really giving us awesome toys. These don't feel that way. They're posable. You can get them in a cool scene against each other. I just noticed that Optimus Prime doesn't have his gun, which is unfortunate. And God, I hate that stupid piece. But you can still get him swinging around, looking at Megatron. Some awesome battle pose and Megatron ready, getting that knee up, getting his cannon over. This to me is not it. I think that we're going to hopefully get better versions of these. I'm going to keep an eye out on third-party ideas. I'm going to keep an eye out for a new version of these at a Voyager price point. We'll see. For now, it's a pass. Studio Series 114 Megatron, I don't recommend. I don't even want these guys on my shelf, so this is a giveaway, and it's a simple giveaway. I'm going to give away Studio Series 112 Optimus Prime. I'm going to give away Studio Series 114 Megatron. And the question of the day, because I guess I'm announcing the winner during Thanksgiving, because that's next Thursday, so it'll be 1 week from today. You have to enter before then. You have to enter by Wednesday. So the day before Thanksgiving, I will close entries because I need to draw a winner. Question of the day is, should I do this? Should I do this? Pick 2 winners, give the first one Optimus Prime and the second one Megatron, or should I do 1 winner with 2 prizes? Simple question. Basically, we're going to vote, and whoever the winning vote is on, I'll pick that many prizes, and then, or that many winners, and then, you'll either get one of these guys or both of these guys, depending on how many winners I pick. Simple. So, if you haven't entered one of my giveaways before, go down in the comments below, say, hey, I'd like to enter the giveaway, and I think you should have 1 or 2 winners. And then I'll total it up. I'll figure out how many winners I should have. And then I will go on Wednesday. I'll see everyone who entered the giveaway, and I'll either draw 2 winners, giving the first one Optimus Prime and the second one Megatron, or I'll draw 1 winner, giving them both. And that'll be a happy Thanksgiving to everyone. And I will catch you all on the next one. Bye!